The school is all around us 24/7 since the beginning of resistance. Existence, I keep saying resistance. Existence. Hope you're all happy and healthy. Dusty Rider says, how about Mitchell last night? Yeah, it was a great show yesterday. I hope everyone caught it. Debunking 31 proofs of the globe that Mr. Sensible put forward. Thanks everyone for being there. And also, Arwen, Flat Earth Early Bird, he had a great show yesterday too. I think the energy was just there yesterday for Flat Earthers. It's really coming to a head where we're getting really concise with our arguments. We really know our stuff, and we know how to just take apart every single globe proof. Just a bit of a chill session today. Watching the sun rising. Got some really nice red rocks that we're going to see here in the foreground in a moment. The kids wanted to come out and see the sunrise today. Got them here. They'll probably pop in and ask some questions if they wanted. We'll probably hear them in the background. Hope everyone's happy and healthy. 99 Anna Rama says 99 problems and ours just one. Yep. Intellectual lobotomized Mr. Sensible. And he said in a comment that he said he's going to take apart my debunking. So he's going to debunk the debunking one by one on his show. So that'll be interesting. I said to him before I started Flat Earth School, hey Michael Kahn, how are you? Hey PJC Net. God's working to reveal all things, definitely. Titan Long, yep, nice view. It is a very nice view. You should see these rocks. They're like a deep red, like a mauve color. They're pretty cool. It's even better from a drone because this part here of the bay, or the whole bay's like aqua color in the water, but the contrast between the red rocks and the aqua water is just beautiful. Sleeping Warrior, how are you, mate? He says blurfs do actually argue that a straight line on a piece of paper is still straight when the paper is rolled into a tube. Yeah, it's one of their problems, isn't it? Hosier Flatty, howdy, g'day to all. Yep, there we go, mate. Musk has been, Atlas Rising says Musk has been quiet on his launching civilians into space. He looked bored at the press conference. Is that happening today, is it? Yeah, hey Sleeping Warrior. Is that meant to be happening soon, is it, Atlas Rising? Elon Musk is going to claim space tourism now. Isn't it funny that PhD astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson was interviewed about Richard Branson's space travel? If you've seen my last couple of live streams, you would have seen the video that I put up. I'll get it up here again. So obviously Richard Branson, I don't think he himself is claiming space travel. I think it's the media around him that's claiming the space travel, and all the globers are like, well, what the flat earth is going to do now that people are going to space? Yeah? And then Neil deGrasse Tyson, PhD astrophysicist, high priest of the globe, comes along with a perler and details, or puts his 2 cents in. He did some calculations and he doesn't think you're going to see the curvature of the earth. Yeah? Let's see if we can hear him here. Hang on. I'll do a bit of screen sharing. It's a classic video now. This is really recent.
Perspective that everybody else, but national boundaries disappear. It's an over.
Hang on. It's probably back here a little bit. All right.
Getting a nice view of the Earth, and I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature. I did some calculations, and I'm thinking they're not.
You're going to get a nice view of the Earth. Well, I've got a nice view of the Earth down here. I don't need to pay $250,000 to go see it from up there, because according to PhD astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, we're not going to see any different than down here. Yeah, we might see a bit further, but he did some quick calculations and he's thinking we're not going to see the curvature from 50 something miles up. So I don't see the point of going up there unless... How about you claim you're going to space first? How about you actually go the distance that he's claimed, above 60 miles above the Kármán line? Not even the edge of space there. PJC Net said there was no vibration whatsoever or any sign of forces exerted on the crews as they accelerated. One crew member even put his thumbs up No resistance from the forces. You'd think it would be a bit scary, wouldn't it? Going up at those sort of speeds. I don't know. We're going into what ifs here, because obviously it is a very select few that will ever experience this space travel. Obviously people with a bit of money, possibly with a bit of influence, because they're not going to just pick anyone. They're going to pick celebrities. They're going to pick people with a good social media presence. I think it's going to be very rare that just a normal person's going to go on one of these space tourisms flights. PJC Net says they're supposed to be in space now. They're not normal civilians. One a billionaire, another works for NASA and was a candidate for a mission, another Air Force veteran and worked with space missiles. Yeah, see, they're not normal people, are they? Hey Adam Meakin, how are you, mate? Good to have you here. Michael Calm says still the same horizon, yep, as detailed by Neil deGrasse Tyson. PJ Crookshank says good evening. How is everyone this morning? I've come across a list of 100 things, just asking about aspects of the globe. It was in one of my comments, and I thought, yeah, that's really interesting. I just want to say, yeah, it's not my list. It's just a list of things that are wrong with the globe. I'm sure there are a lot more. Hey, Johnny Z. Hey, Waxy. Amateurs going to space. They're not really amateurs. They've been around the game for a while, as was described just then by PJC Net. One's a NASA employee, one's from SpaceX, one's a ex-vet, Air Force. Yeah, they're not normal people, are they? Space cadets. They're literally, yeah, they're called space cadets, aren't they? And Cannon Fort says, yes, the title got you attracted today. That's awesome. That's what I want to get. I want a bit of clickbait. And you're not going to be disappointed. It's 100 things that I'm going to be just detailing. 100 things that I haven't put together, but someone else has put together. All right, let's get into them, because there is 100. You probably see my kids in the foreground just climbing on the rocks there. One of them's brought a piece of rope and he's going to make a fishing rod. That's just what homeschool kids can do. They can come out with me. They can go to these beautiful places. They can enjoy sunrises, sunsets, just be in nature, you know. It's awesome. All right, so this is a comment from John Patroni. He says, okay, the ball has a few arguments, but I found this on an interview. He thinks Dave typed it up a while ago. Oh no, he was joking about that. Okay, he found someone typed this out. So this isn't even his comment. He said he found somebody typed this out and he said thanks to them. Yeah, thanks to whoever typed this out. Okay, the first problem with the globe is obviously lack of physical measurable curvature. Yep, that's a big problem for the globe. Lack of physical measurable curvature. Things like the black swan. Yeah, I've done my own black swan, the Australian black swan. But the original black swan, it is still the reigning champ of Earth curve debunking. Because Earth curve is meant to be the horizon in the globe model. There's no two ways about it. The only horizon that globe believers have is meant to be physical. It's meant to be geometric. It's meant to be measurable. Yeah, 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. That's just what the horizon has to be. VC Waxy says, can't see curvature from high altitude balloons. And I think you just missed it, Waxy. I had a clip from Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about space tourism, Richard Branson's space tourism. And what he go about 50, 56, 58 miles up. And Neil deGrasse Tyson says he did a few quick calculations, and I don't think he can see the curvature of the Earth from up there. So what that says is us normal people are never ever even going to be able to claim to see the curvature of the Earth. We will never ever go high enough to see the curvature of the Earth. Okay? That's what that says to us. Yeah? So when people like Mr. Sensible puts up a high altitude balloon and says, yeah, he's seen the curvature of the Earth. What's that, about 30 something kilometers up? How many miles? Maybe 20 something miles? Yeah? Well, Richard Branson's gone double that, more than double that. And Neil deGrasse Tyson says we still can't see the curvature of the Earth from that high. Where are we ever going to see the curvature of the Earth? Because we definitely don't see it from down here at water level, from up a mountain, as Alberuni claimed. He thought he saw the horizon was dipping. Yeah, there's definitely dipping, but it's not because of curvature. It's because he is on his own flat level plane, looking out, and the level of the sea is on its own flat level plane. And so when you have two parallel lines, obviously there's going to be a dip to them. It's just very unfortunate for the globe at the moment. All right, number 2. Objects being seen past the curvature calculations all over the world. Yep. So not only do we see objects past the curvature calculations, the kicker is that we see the horizon past the Earth curvature calculations, yeah? So the horizon can be no further on a globe, a geometric horizon, physical geometric horizon, can be no further than 1.22 times the square root of observer's height in feet. And that means from a 1 foot observer height, it should be 1.22 miles. That's what BMLSB69. He was set his camera about 1 foot. It was probably a bit less. Yeah, 1.22 miles. He's seeing the horizon at over 10 miles. And those oil rig platforms, yeah, that's a good example of objects being seen past the curvature calculations. That's an object, yeah? But that's just a demarcation point for in the black swan image, yeah? It's not the argument, but we like to get reminded of the bendy cranes, refraction. So what's the horizon globe is? Is it not physical Earth curvature anymore? No, it's a refracted horizon. Yeah, welcome to flat Earth. It's an apparent horizon. That's our argument. Yeah, 20 miles, 50, 100 miles is not really that far up. But it's hard to get to, isn't it? Yeah, as Daly Jacobson says. Seeking Water says, breathtaking planet Earth, plane of inertia. It's so flat. Yep. Arwen, how are you, mate? Gorgeous beach again. Yeah, you should see this contrast. Hopefully we can see it. There's red. It's like a deep mauve. The red rocks here. I don't know if you can see the kids in the tree. I got my kids here today. Bit of a homeschool lesson. They're just hanging in a tree. The beach is absolutely beautiful, yeah. Cranes, yeah, bendy cranes in the black swan image. So that's an example of objects being seen past the curvature calculations, even though that's not the black swan argument. Yeah, that's just an example of seeing too far on a globe. Yeah, because it's not a globe. Adam says you won't see curve, you won't experience spin, you won't experience the outlandish speeds of the heliocentric model, but why would you expect to see the consequences of living on spinning space? Well, exactly. Oh, Sean Hawkins, one of the anti-flat earthers himself. The black swan is refraction, nothing more. Oh yeah, Sean, what's the horizon? What do you mean the black swan is refraction? Do you want to expand on that? Because that doesn't really follow. Sean Hawkins says if the Earth was flat, it would never be dark. The sun could never set. What's that based on, Sean? Is that based on a strawman flat Earth AE map? Because that's not what I claim, mate. We don't have a model because we don't live on a model. And neither do you. You definitely don't have a scientific model, do you? Do you want to give us a bit of science? There, Sean Hawkins, do you want to give us a bit of scientific proof of your globe? Or just one? Mr. Sensible had 31 yesterday. Huh? Yeah, no, lots of people saying something. Mr. Sensible gave me 31 proofs of the globe yesterday, Sean Hawkins. I hope you caught that live stream. Sean Hawkins says, based on geometry, my wheel in the sky video proves it. What's a wheel in the sky, Sean Hawkins? Is that star trails? So are the stars moving, or is the earth moving, Sean? Sean is fully senile. Oh yeah, Sean, I don't know what a model... Hey Nathan, how are you, mate? Sean Hawkins says, I don't know what a model is. Well, are you talking about a scientific model, Mr. Sean Hawkins, or are you talking about a play model? Because a scientific model, if that's what you're claiming, comes after something has been put through the scientific method. Yeah, that comes after. Yeah, so what on the globe has been put through the scientific method, Mr. Sean Hawkins? DITRH says, hey, how are you, mate? Atmosphere blocking of the sun proves a small local sun can be hidden over a flat earth. PJ Crookshanks says he's going to go on about Polaris Challenge. Oh yeah, the Polaris Challenge. Yeah, go on. I hope he does go on about the Polaris Challenge and detail exactly what it is. Okay, Mr. Sean Hawkins, take the Polaris Challenge. Sean Hawkins says I got to take the Polaris Challenge. What is the Polaris Challenge, Sean? Prove him wrong. How about you just detail what the Polaris Challenge is first? What SpaceX comedy? Yeah, exactly. I was getting a live. The rules are on your channel. Well, I'm not on your channel, Sean Hawkins. You're on my channel, mate. You're in my domain. Mr. Sensible tasted a bit of that yesterday. You guys aren't going to get away with things. I'm running a daily live stream. I have so much time on my hands. So if you Globers, anti-flat earthers, are going to think you can just put videos out and going to get away with it, nah, mate. You're all on notice. I've got so much time. Always looking for content. Always happy to accommodate people who are putting out stupid, unbacked claims like Sean Hawkins is. He's telling me to go to his channel. You're on my channel, Sean Hawkins. So how about you give us at least one little proofsy? How about you detail what the... Okay, here we go. Using the angles to Polaris, prove how that geometry can match reality on your flat earth. I've proven they can't. Sean Hawkins, have you seen the #1 flat earth proof that uses sextants? How are you going to get an angle to Polaris with a sextant if you've got, #1, a curved surface beneath your feet? Have you ever seen a triangle with a curved baseline? Sean Hawkins, yeah? The GP of Polaris is a set position. We know where it is, yeah? So we can determine how far away we are from the GP using a sextant. So if you measure 89 degrees to Polaris, you're 69 miles away. Yeah, for every 1 degree difference that you measure from Polaris and every other star, not just Polaris, 69 degrees from the GP. Yeah, that's a linear relationship. How can you have a linear relationship? It's meant to be a squared function, Sean. And don't just presuppose that you're measuring from the center of your presupposed spherical Earth, because that's begging the question. You first need to prove that we have a globe. You can't just rush into, yeah, we're on a globe, so that works. Yeah, no, everything, our entire world has been measured flat. It is the #1 flat Earth proof. DLTRH says, if we live on a ball, every degree away from Polaris would be different. Yep, it would be a squared function. Yeah, because as we traverse a curved surface, it has to drop at a curved rate, not a linear rate, a squared relationship. 8 inches per mile squared, yeah? So per mile, every mile that we go is 8 inches drop. So 69 miles, that's 8 times 69. How many miles is that, Sean Hawkins? Yeah, it has to be a squared function, not a linear function, mate. So I think your Polaris challenge is just got blown out of the water without me having to go to your boring ass channel. I've been there once. What are you doing, mate? You're not putting any nice thumbnails up. You're not making any nice videos to get any views. You got like 20 views per damn video. Why would I go to that channel and waste my time there? You're here on my channel. Sean Hawkins says 1 degree per 60 nautical miles only possible in a sphere. Yeah, keep chanting it, Fundy. You're gonna need half of that, says Nathan Oakley. prove it isn't. Prove it isn't what? I'm not saying it isn't, Sean. I think you've got this backwards. You're viewing things on our beautiful flat earth, and you're saying, prove it doesn't happen. We're not saying that, Sean Hawkins. Wait. Armin says Sean Hawkins streams are the most boring streams on the internet. Yeah, Armin. They are boring. They are batshit insane boring. Sean Hawkins just said, prove that for every 1 degree you move away from Polaris, it is not 60 nautical miles or 69 statute miles. We're not claiming that, mate. You don't even know what the flat earth arguments are. Sean says the earth has been measured as a sphere for over 2,000 years. R has been proven. Take the challenge. Yeah. What's the R value, Sean? Do you want to go through the calculations of what the black swan shows us? Yeah, from a 1 foot observer height, we see a 10-mile distance to the horizon. So what does that put your new radius value at, Sean Hawkins? 264,000 miles, yeah? Past the distance to your moon, yeah? 230,000 miles is the distance to your claimed moon on the heliocentric model. Sean, just keep chanting, mate. You just keep chanting the same old crap. Welcome to the globe. You give us one proofsy of the globe, Sean, and then you can welcome us, because we're all welcoming you to Flat Earth, mate. You're copping a roasting at the moment. Yeah, Sean, you coward. He just keeps chanting the same fundy things. That's what anti-Flat Earthers do. They just want to go against Flat Earth arguments. That's all they can do. Anyway. All right, so what was number 3? I had 100 things that are wrong with the globe. I've gotten the number 2. I didn't really intend to get through all 100. It was just going to be a bit of content. But Sean Hawkins has popped in the chat, and he's saying, take it the Polaris challenge. And he's saying, prove that for every 1 degree you move, it's not 60 nautical miles. For every 60 nautical miles you move, it's not 1 degree. Is that what you're saying, Sean? This is what we actually see on our flat earth, mate. It has been proven flat. It's been measured flat. How are you going to get a 90 degree to Polaris, a 90 degree angle with a curved surface beneath your feet, mate? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. We're all laughing at you. Sean Hawkins says, we don't know how to use a sextant. Pretty sure the sextant has been used for hundreds of years using the GP points, the known GP points of the star at any given time, the air almanac, the nautical almanac. Yeah, it's things that you can use today. You need a 90 degree angle from the GP point to your location. You don't have that on a globe. You cannot achieve a 90 degree angle to a curved surface, Sean. Mitchell from Australia says, ignore Sean, just get on with number 3. Yep, I'm trying to get there. He'll need the R value for that. Yep, absolutely need the R value for that. Adam says, Sean Hawkins needs to prove that the angle to a star has nothing to do with distance and is solely due to a change in orientation view on a ball. Exactly, he's going to need R for that. It's all meant to be a physical change. If you believe you live on a globe and you're traversing that globe, it has to be a physical change. All we're seeing is an optical change. We're seeing an angular change, yeah? So if we live on a globe with the stars above our head, the stars are meant to be stationary, we're meant to be moving. Or if we move on the globe and we see the stars moving, yeah, it's meant to be, you're meant to experience that change in a squared relationship. Yeah, we experience in an optical relationship. That's all we ever see. All right, number 3 of these 100 things that are wrong with the globe. The nature of water seeks and maintains its own level. Yep, that's exactly what the nature of water is. It is water level. That's why it's called water level, isn't it? That's why it's used in a bubble level. That's why it's... Yes, please, smash the super chat, says Nathan Oakley. Poke the trolls. Let's see some smash the super chat to get a good comment in to poke the trolls in the chat, yeah? Because we got a big troll at the moment. I'm not going to mention him anymore. Obviously, he's here because he's obsessed with my channel, just as Mr. Sensible is. Just as Wolfie6020 is at the moment. I've got all the anti-flat earthers revolving around my channel at the moment. They're trying to pick me apart, but they haven't got the time like I do. That's what I keep saying. That's what I keep saying to you, Globe. You're on notice. I have so much time. You want to poke me? I'm going to poke you 10 times more. I'm doing this every day. I've got so much time on my hands. I'm not working at the moment. So I've got so much time to debunk every single thing that you guys claim. So yeah, tag me in your videos. Come in my chat. I've got so much time to debunk you guys. It is so funny. It's not my first rodeo. I know what's going on. It's the same arguments over and over. I'm yet to see a new argument from you guys. It's hilarious. What are you talking about? I got my son here. Did you want to say something?
I don't know.
That's all right. If you think you've something to say, you can come on. Do you want to talk about the stars or anything? Yeah? What do you want to say about the stars? We were having a good conversation in the car as we're coming out. There's my son here. He's 8 years old, homeschooling. You enjoying homeschooling?
Uh-huh. Because I'm homeschooled, I'm much smarter than you losers.
Hear that? Trolls in the chat. Because he's homeschooled, he's much smarter than you losers. Yeah, he understands the basic principle of our flat Earth. Yeah? What are the stars?
The stars are years and a calendar.
Their stars are years and a calendar. That.
Every year they come around.
Yep, every year they come around. They're a clock, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
If you see a star where you are, and then it's a year later, you'll see it in the same place.
Exactly. My son even knows what the stars do, yeah? That's all we can ever assert from the stars, that they are a yearly calendar. And that's what people who do homeschooling, they don't have that brainwashing. They don't have the globe rhetoric drummed into their head day after day after day. We obviously teach them all about the globe model because that's in most of their sheets, that's in most of their work. But they have critical thought. They have the time to do some critical thought, and they can look around them. They can prove for themselves what our world, our Earth actually is. Yeah, and he's just, my 8-year-old son's just given a good description of what the stars are. He says what did you say they were?
They are years and time.
Yep, they are a calendar. They signify the years.
And they're our ancestors what watch over us.
They're our ancestors that watch over us. They could be. DITRH, if you're still in the chat, he says they could be angels. My other son's doing a little dance to try and put everyone off. I got my three of the 5 kids out here today. They're enjoying homeschooling. And if anyone in Australia, yeah, DITRH, he's a smart kid, definitely. One of the big boss man, DITRH, says you're a smart man. So thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Iron Horse, g'day, mate. Yeah, if anyone wants a hand with homeschooling, or if you're considering homeschooling in Australia, give me an email, mitchellfromaustralia@gmail.com. BJ Cruikshank says, yeah, clever boy. Getting some good compliments. Drop me an email. I'll give you a hand if you want to do homeschooling. This is how we have set it up. So it's a maximum of probably 2 hours a day book work, 3 days a week. So you've got 4 days a week, and it's mostly 7, but we only do 2.
6-year-old.
Hey?
She said my 6-year-old something.
Oh, what is that? Someone said, sorry, Mitchell, just got you beat. Ah, father of 6 here. Oh, awesome. Ken and Fort, father of 6. All grown up, 21 plus now. Awesome, mate. That is awesome. 6 kids.
One more.
I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate what you've been through. But yeah, if this is how our homeschool is set up. So we do 2 hours a day. Our child in year 6, he does probably 2 hours a day, maybe a bit more. Our kindergarten, she just does however much she wants. We have like a set curriculum because that's what we're required to provide to do homeschooling, to register for homeschooling. If you need help registering for homeschooling, drop me an email. I've got the courses. I've got kindergarten, year 1, year 2. I'm going to have year 3 next year, year 5, year 6, and I'll have year 7 next year. What year are you going into? Yeah, year 3.
Year 3.
Yeah, and they're reusable. You can use them over and over again. Yeah, they're timeless. It is just worksheets. And then we've got the whole rest of the week to go out, to do these sunrises, to learn about our physical natural world.
We only do 3 days of work and then we get 5 days off.
4 days off.
4.
Almost. He is usually very good at maths. He's excelling at maths. But, sorry, I've missed the super chat. I'm going to have to go back up. Adam Meakin says, you know you are over the target when they send in the trolls, although having Sean Hawkins as a baller champion is not the biggest compliment. Yeah, I know. It's not the biggest compliment having Sean Hawkins. He's pretty low-hanging fruit, isn't he?
And if it was a globe, Antarctica ice would be gone. Because Antarctica is down the bottom of the globe. So it'll be falling apart. And water will be falling too.
What do you first have to have a globe?
R value.
The R value, the radius of the Earth. Yep, that's exactly what you need to have a globe in the first place. Everything on the globe is bunk. I've got my daughter here too. She's 6. She's very, very bright. Did you want to say something?
That the Thai teacher kind is for indigenous disadvantage. They look at the Thais every night to see and if this Thai side doesn't emu, they go hunting for emu eggs.
Yeah, that's a very interesting fact that my 6-year-old daughter has picked up. So the Aboriginals here, they have always used the stars to know what time of the year it is to go hunting. So she just said that they know when to go and look for emu eggs to eat, because emu eggs are massive. If you Google emu eggs, they are huge, big green eggs. They are awesome.
My nanny has one because we bought one for her birthday.
Yep, we got one for their nanny for her birthday. They're pretty cool. Obviously it was empty, we didn't eat it. But yeah, the Aboriginal Australians have used the stars for, well, however long they were here before European settlers.
The Thais is the kindest.
Yep, because the stars is their calendars. And this is the kind of conversation you can have with your children if they're homeschooled. Are emu eggs delicious? I don't know. I've never tried one. I don't know if I intend to try one. I don't know. I'm not the biggest egg fan, and they are massive, massive eggs. You could feed a family for a couple
scrambled eggs.
Yeah, we eat scrambled eggs. We eat bacon eggs on toast sometimes. But yeah, my 6-year-old daughter wanted to make the point. This is unprompted. She just wanted to come up to me and tell me a fun fact that she learned being homeschooled. Because my wife, she's the primary teacher. She does an awesome job of homeschooling these kids, and you can tell it pays off.
She's the best teacher in the world.
She's the best teacher in the world. I hope Mummy is listening, because our 8-year-old just said she's the best teacher in the world. And yeah, my 6-year-old wanted to make the point that the Aboriginal Australians still use and will use the stars as a calendar to know when to get certain foods. So she wanted to make the point about the emu eggs.
What's that thing?
Owen says I'm a lucky man. I am definitely a lucky man. Huh? Oh.
And if it was a globe, what are those things called? Compasses wouldn't work.
That's another great point. Yeah, we were talking about compasses the other day and how we have to really level out the compass. If anyone's used a compass, it's either got like a plumb bob sort of setup where it has to be dead flat, or it's floating on a bit of water. Remember we made a compass before?
Yeah. We with a toothpick and then
a knitting needle. Yeah.
Knitting needle, and we put something down the bottom.
Like a bit of cork that floats. Yep. And do you remember how we magnetized the needle? Yeah.
We rubbed it on the magnetizer and then it goes north.
Yep, that's right. So yeah, my 8-year-old just detailed how we can make our own compass. This is a homeschool experience right here.
It wasn't my idea. It was my big brother Chase.
Yeah. Our big brother wanted to make a compass. He looked into it. He's really into crystals. So we had something called magnetite. Shay, was it magnetite? Is it magnetite? The magnetic crystal? Oh, yeah, something like that. The naturally magnetic crystal. So what do? We
rub it against it.
Rub it along the knitting needle. Yep. What would you put it in?
Water, a cup of water.
On a cork and a cup of water. And then what does the needle do?
It goes north.
It points north, and that is the only true absolute direction that we have. Magnetic north. And the globe earthers like to pull us away from that. Kenan Fort says his smile is so big, if it gets any bigger, these lips will rip off. Another homeschooling dad. If I chuckle any harder, my ribs will break. Thank you, people, for brightening my day. Thank you for being here in the chat, Ken and Ford. That's awesome to hear that you have six homeschooled kids as well. Nathan says they're so Aussie. Apparently you guys have Aussie accents. You just sound normal, don't you? It's just how we talk. We're having a great flat earth school lesson here today. No noises.
Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten.
that was a voice from Lilo and Stitch. They can do the Stitch voice pretty well. But yeah, it's conversations like that we can have with our kids if they're homeschooled. They know how to make a compass. They know what the stars are. Anything asserted past beyond the assertion that they're a calendar is just going into imagination land. And they definitely have fantastic imagination, but is not corrupted like you would find at school, at mainstream school. They are, by homeschooling, their imagination is allowed to run wild with creativity, to make things with their hands, to think up things that they want to do today. Not, oh, well, what am I doing today? Give me work. They don't look at us as teachers. They look at us as friends, as partners, as kind of, yeah, as mum and dad, as guidance. Yeah, we don't impose ourselves on our kids like teachers do at school. We don't say we're definitely right, don't ever question us. And they do question us, and it is through questioning. Hey, Flatzoid, how are you, mate? And it's through questioning us as teachers, as parents, that we can learn as well. And we really appreciate the kids' perspective on things, because they have an uncorrupted view on how they see things. If they pick up a new piece of information that we're teaching them, and they're not quite sure about, they give us a few questions about it because it doesn't seem quite right. It makes us really question the information that we're giving them. And sometimes, yeah, we find out it's wrong. We look into it a bit more. And it's through that we help each other. So it's not just we're homeschooling them, they're homeschooling us as well. Yeah, it's a great experience. If anyone in Australia wants to do homeschooling, you won't regret it. We started just a bit over almost 2 years ago, before all the lockdown stuff and all that, where like there's a majority of New South Wales at the moment, our state, they're not going to school anyway. They're not homeschooling. It's not called homeschooling, but they're schooling from home anyway. So if you think that's not beneficial for your children to be put into lockdown, forced into home, do it at your own pace. Become a registered homeschooler. It is so much fun. Adam Meakin says, at school he was taught the theory of magnets. At Flat Earth Homeschool, you make your own with magnetite. Struth, mate. That's a bonza on your wild, man. Lucky children and teacher. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, we make our own magnets, make our own compasses. That's just what we do at homeschool. At the moment, they're making a swing out of rope.
We make lots of things.
Yeah, we make lots of swings. Bring some rope down to the beach. We've got some good trees that we can hang off, make some swings. You know, they're just wild and free. They're doing what kids are meant to be doing. Exploring their natural world at their own pace. Not filled up with garbage that you have to break down. Like, how many of us here wish that we had parents that were flat earthers growing up? Imagine if I've got 5 kids and we're teaching them all about the globe and teaching them how to critically think. Imagine if we were given those skills as children, how more advanced we'd be in these conversations right now. It would be amazing. We wouldn't have to be going through the motions of the globe trollers saying these same things that have been debunked over and over again. We wouldn't have to go through those motions. Yeah, that if everyone was just given the critical thinking skills, that the time to look at the globe and to take it apart, the time to look at your physical and natural world and discover what it really is. Imagine how far along in this conversation we could be. Hey, James Mason, how are you, mate? I just want to remind you guys that I want to thank my patrons I will go through a list of patrons. I haven't updated it, unfortunately, since I know DITRH is one of my new patrons. Where's my original patron list? I want to thank everyone who has signed up. Dale Bourne, John Furr, Dusty Ryder, Globecly T, I still can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry Chris, Tristan Trickers, Will Brax, Ronald Jurek, BMLSB69, John Swartz, Brian Leakey, Alec One Show, Michael Kahn, Malcolm Foster, Angie S, Dawn Judds, Paul on the Plane, and I know there's DRTRH. I know there's a couple more that signed up yesterday. I'm really sorry I haven't updated the list at the moment. I'll definitely do that for tomorrow. Adam Meakin says, what ball problem are we up to? I think we were on number 3. That's as far as we got in the ball problems, because we're just having so much fun. Yep, number 3. Okay, what was okay, number 4. We'll continue. Please smash the super chat if you enjoy my work. This is my income at the moment. This is my job. That's why I have so much free time to debunk the earth claims, to go through the globe earth problems, and to really put some good flat earth proof out there. From these beautiful beaches, these nice red rocks. I didn't bring my drone today, but if you go to the Flat Earth School promo video, this is one of the beaches that I had. It is the caption that says on location. That's where we are at the moment, here in beautiful Jervis Bay. Clear, aqua, tropical looking waters. We're not tropical at the where we are, but it's just the white sand that we have, the red rocks, the contrast to the water. It is beautiful. Go and check out the Flat Earth School promo. It is in my channel. It's on the front page of my channel. All right, let's get to number 4 of the 100 globe problems. So periscopes being able to see too far. That's an interesting one. I wonder what the record is for seeing the horizon on a periscope. That's a pretty interesting one. I haven't really thought about that before. Daly Jacobson, he's Dale Bourne. Hey, Daly Jacobson, one of my awesome patrons, Dale Bourne. Thanks, mate. Thanks for being a patron. I really appreciate it. Please sign up for Patreon. You get access to my weekly guests, the Friday weekly guests. Not sure who I'm going to have on at the moment. Still trying to figure it out. If I will have a guest this week, not sure. But you'll be live if I do, be able to ask some questions. Last week I had DITRH, David Weiss, the boss man. He has his new feature on his app out at the moment, the Flat Earth Friend Finder. So download the app, the Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. I think it's the Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. Click on the handshake sign and sign up on the Flat Earth Friend Finder. It is going nuts at the moment. It has got tens of thousands of people signed up, and it's really cool. It's you can put your location on, but there's another button that toggles the location so you can be a bit more private. It puts it off by like 10 or 20 miles. It'll still be in the same region, so people will know that you're living kind of in the same region as them. But he detailed something that's really interesting. Somebody broke down and needed gas. He said, well, petrol, we call it petrol, and they just put out the SOS to get help on the Flat Earth Friend Finder. He said, I need a bit of help. Is anyone in the area? And he got like a few responses and someone bringing him out some fuel. It is stuff like that that really grows our community. You want to say anything? The Flat Earth Friend Finder, please download the Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app and sign up to the Flat Earth Friend Finder. It is growing our community. It is just helping us be social again in a world that we are told we're not allowed to be social in. Here in New South Wales, we get told, don't stop at the shops and spark up a conversation with people, you know. That's what we get told at the moment. Yeah, it is a load of shit. Do what you want. Be free. And if you don't feel like you can go outside, that's why I'm doing these live streams. If you think that it's not safe to go outside, it definitely is. Yeah, if you do get fined, just fight it in court. Everyone that I know has fought it in court has won, because it's not laws. But if you feel that you're trapped, that you haven't got a community around you, sign up to Flat Earth Friend Finder, see the people around you and start conversations with them. There are so many like-minded people in our Flat Earth School, on our beautiful flat Earth. The app has given us the accessibility to find those people. Like, there's people around me within probably 20, 30 kilometers. I wouldn't have a clue that they were flat earthers, and they're there. I have to sign up again and register again. But yeah, I'm going to be messaging those people because I've never physically in person met another flat earther. You right? Oh, you hurt your hand. Bit of rope burn. You okay? You live and learn, don't you? You okay? Have a bit of water. Yeah. Yeah. How do you get rope burn? From friction, from heat. Yeah. So come here. You want to tell us?
Yeah.
You want to tell us how do we get a rope burn?
We get rope burn by when we rub something together, then it gets really hot and then it peels something off.
Yep. You rub something together, it's friction. Yeah, a bit of heat energy. And unfortunately, my 6-year-old just got a bit of rope burn. You okay? Yeah. That's how we learn, isn't it? Ropes can burn. Good fun here in Flat Earth School. So yeah, please.
But don't burn it, it just makes smoke.
Yeah, don't burn it. It makes smoke, and it's a bit yucky, isn't it? And yeah, through homeschool, they went through to a bush homeschool up at the mountains, and my 8-year-old loved it. He learned how to make fire. Just with, were you using matches?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were also teaching them how to make fire the traditional way, with just rubbing sticks together, and it's not that hard if you know the techniques. It's stuff like that they have time to learn, to just the basic living skills that people don't usually get taught. It's stuff like that they have time to learn through their homeschool. And what else? They were doing archery and axe throwing. Some just cool, fun things to do. Did you have fun axe throwing, Jay? Okay. No, he doesn't want to bet. That's all right. And so, yeah, please support the community. Sign up to Flat Earth Friend Finder. Sign up to Mitchell from Australia and on Patron. Patreon.com/Mitchell from Australia. Support what I'm doing. I really appreciate it. I've got about 20 awesome patrons at the moment. Smash the super chat. Let me know what you're thinking. Edwin Decker says, not only is the globe dead, it's beginning to smell. Yeah, it's rotting, isn't it? Man, it is good fun being out here, Flat Earth homeschooling with you and my family. You okay? Yeah? All right. Okay, number 4 was periscopes being able to see too far. Number 5 on problems with the globe is reflections of the moon or sun on water never curve. Yep, that's a point that I've made before. The reflections on flat water. Yeah, Nathan Oakes says there the globe is a stinking up the joint. It's stinky, all right. But yeah, a point that I like to make is reflections of the sun and moon on the water. Everyone's seen it. Yeah, we get, no matter where you are looking at the sun, everyone's got their different perspective of where the sun is. It all comes to your viewers' feet. Yeah, no matter where you are. I've got a good video, but I might not play. It's a bit glary at the moment. It is on my, you're in the, yeah. It is on my Flat Earth School promo of the sun going across the, across the water directly to everyone's feet. I've got 5 of our family members lined up in a line, and the drone is just panning across, and you can see the sun coming directly to their feet. Everyone sees the sun where they are, and it is coming over a flat surface. That reflection on the water that you see of the sun and the moon is only possible on a flat surface. Oh, we found an earring. Where did you find that? In the bush? In the tree?
In the tree.
We found an earring stabbed in the tree. And one thing we want to get for Christmas is a metal detector. That would be really cool. And figure out how metal detectors work. Yeah? That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? A little bit expensive, so we've got to save up, but we'll see how we go. That will probably be the major Christmas present this year, a metal detector. Because yeah, there's a fair bit of gold around Australia. That'd be nice to find a bit of gold, a bit of prospecting. That'd be good fun, wouldn't it? You want to go metal detecting? Yeah? We've been gold panning before. Adam says, on the periscope, surely it would be limited by 1.225 times the observer's height. The square root of observer's height in feet? Yeah. How high do periscopes go? Yeah, not very high. Exactly, Adam. That's a great point, Adam. It'd still be, if you were living on a globe, it would still have the physical geometry limits. Yeah, the Earth curve horizon. Yeah, 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Nathan says the beach takes up more of the frame than the sea. Yeah, Is the sea less distance between the beach? Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Flatzoid says, do the globe believers know sound propagation kills the globe? Do you want to detail a bit more, Flatzoid? Sound propagation kills the globe? That's a good point. Conspiracy Nut says, Flatzoid FE, who told you that silly nonsense about the globe? Well, I think we better put that to rest, Flatzoid. Travis Mute Button says, can we do science with radio waves? I don't know. What's the observed natural phenomenon? Don't think so. I don't know if there are any natural propagating sound wave. Well, sound waves. Yeah, obviously sound waves. Yes, hello. Get out of frame. Just $5 from PJ Crookshank just because your kids are cool. Thanks a lot, PJ Crookshank. Sends me super chat to support the family just because we're cool. Awesome, thank you. Smash the super chat. Yeah, you got a cool haircut too, don't you? Get out of it. Yes, you got a cool haircut. We do our own haircuts here because all the haircut places are closed at the moment, but it's not too hard. Yeah. Made a swing here. You want to show us your little swing? Yeah, you want to go swinging? Show us your little swing. Off you go. Woo! You just make your own fun at home school. Yeah, nothing's too serious. But you learn so much more. I even know what we were saying. It says, Mitchell from Australia, thermometers aren't natural, so does that mean we can use temperature in science? I think you need to... Travis Mute Button. I think Travis Mute Button needs to tune in to the Quantum Eraser channel every second. What is it? Saturday for you guys, and Sunday for us. He's dropping anchor on science. I don't think you actually know what science is, Travis Mute Button. You need to first have an observed natural phenomenon. That's just the first step. Okay, it has to be natural. If it's synthetic, or if it's supernatural, it's not an observed natural phenomenon. That is just the first step, okay? You need to observe something naturally happening, yeah? That's what science is. It exclusively deals with the physical and natural world, yeah? If you don't have an observed natural phenomenon, then there is no scientific inquiry, okay? So if we do have an observed natural phenomenon, that's when we can predict what the cause is, yeah? Because it is a prediction. It's sore. Oh, you need, yeah, okay, off you. Sorry, I was just talking to my daughter. Travis, I'm just trying to take you through what the scientific method is. Just keep your pants on. So, first we need to observe natural phenomenon, and then we can predict what the cause is of that, okay? So you put it through the hypothesis. The dependent variable is the observed natural phenomenon. The independent variable, the thing that we're going to manipulate to produce that cause in the experiment stage. Yeah, that's the cause of it. Yeah, that's the independent variable. So you observe something naturally, you predict what the cause is. Yeah, that's the hypothesis. And you also make a null hypothesis, which is what you presume the cause to be does not cause the effect. Yeah, so you're going to prove something. So science absolutely proves something. It either proves the cause of the effect, or it proves something is not causing the effect, okay? So that's the hypothesis. And the experiment, if you can formulate a valid hypothesis, because most globers can, yeah, they've got maybe a naturally observed phenomenon, because we have to use reality, we have to use naturally occurring things, but it's when they propose the cause of things, like we see the stars moving, yeah? Stars moving. And then they propose the cause of stars moving as Earth rotating. How are we ever going to test that the Earth is rotating? How are you going to manipulate Earth turn? First and foremost, the IV, the independent variable, the cause, needs to be an actual thing. It has to be proven. It has to be something that exists. Yeah, so first you need to prove Earth turn for it to actually cause something. So you can't even get a valid hypothesis out of anything on the globe. Yeah? You understand? You need to tune in to the Quantum Eraser channel. He's dropping anchor on science. Last week we went over, he's made up a bit of a flow chart to make it really easy for people to understand. I made the point that I understand the scientific method, but it's when you try and teach it to kids, you could go on for hours. There's so many things. And Quantum Eraser has he's made up a flow chart, if you will, that you found a lock in the bush.
I want it. It's mine.
Okay, gosh. This is the kind of things you can find going out early. We just found a lock in the bush just randomly. With an earring, we found a lock. just chilling on the beach, just seeing the sunrise come up. Just a flat earth homeschool here. Sorry, Quantum Eraser has made a flow chart to make it really easy to understand the scientific method. So the first step of the flow chart is have you got a naturally observed phenomenon? Yeah. If it's natural, keep going. If it's supernatural, or if it's synthetic, stop there. Does not require scientific inquiry. Yeah. Because if it's man-made, if it's synthetic, we know the cause. It's man. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. But if it is a naturally occurring phenomenon, then we can go on to the hypothesis stage. Okay? And that's where we're going to go next Saturday or Sunday. It is on the Quantum Eraser channel. Please subscribe to Quantum Eraser. Please subscribe to the Adam Meekum. He is an awesome content provider too. He provides so many just quick maths things for us. Just give him some love, give him some support. Please definitely subscribe to Nathan Oakley 1980, because after this live stream he will be premiering his uncut and after show from the live stream previously. Please subscribe to Nathan Oakley. DOTRH is still here. When you C says, when you are having a tough moment or a bad day, just imagine being a dedicated globe head, flat earth troll, and realize how blessed life is. Yeah, exactly, DRTRH. David Weiss. Imagine still being on that side of the argument, knowing what we know now. I don't know if anyone hasn't seen the Black Swan by now. If you're in this flat earth argument, you definitely know the Black Swan. Don't know if you understand it, but you have seen the Black Swan. And upon understanding it, like Mr. Sensible did, he got it pretty quick, because I was able to summarize it pretty quick. Jane. I was able to summarize it to him, and his rebuttal was, well, at best, all you've done is debunk the radius of the Earth, yeah? And I made sure he understood the implications of that. You need R for absolutely everything for your globe proofs, yeah? If you're claiming it's a globe proof, you need the R value, 3959 miles, yeah? And you don't have that anymore because of the Black Swan. It is... it must be such a painful time to be a globe believer, because there's so much flat earth proof out there right now. You feel like you shouldn't be jumping the fence and having a look over at the flat earth side, because it is so mocked. It is becoming a mainstream topic that a lot of people are talking about. There is definitely a flat earth explosion right now. It's not just me having an increased content available talking about flat earth, is everyone. Like I was saying before, Arwen. Subscribe to Arwen, ARWIJN, Arwen. He does a daily show as well, Flat Earth Early Bird. Yesterday's show was awesome, Arwen. You were on a roll, man. It wasn't just me having a good show yesterday. It is through just the confidence and understanding that we have about our world. We are comfortable with what our world is. We're comfortable with our understanding, and we're always learning. And we can detail what we've learned, and we can help each other learn. And that's what me and Arwen have been doing in our live shows lately. So subscribe to Arwen. I've got Adam Meekin says, is temperature variance not observed in the natural world? Mitchell from Australia. Yeah, I think it is. Whatever the convention, Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin, that is used to demonstrate it is irrelevant. Yep, definitely. So we definitely have a... That wasn't my comment. I think that was someone else, Adam, in the chat. Nathan Oakey said, hey Dad, look, a brand new lock. Very suspicious. Well, they're excited because we don't have any locks at home. We don't have locks on our doors. Well, on the front door, obviously, in the back door. So don't try and come in. But we do have a massive guard dog. If you guys, if you trolls want to look up the Flat Earth Friend Finder and you see Mitchell's living in Nowra and you try and figure out where I live, I wouldn't recommend jumping our fence. We've got a massive guard dog and she has no problem taking your leg off. You won't get anywhere near our unlocked doors. But anyway, I digress. Nathan says it's a bit suspicious that we found a lock and he was so excited. Just going through the chat here before we aren't all the hardware stores closed? Yeah, except the big ones, except the ones like we have something called Bunnings, which is a massive warehouse, Bunnings warehouse. And obviously, yeah, all the big stores are still open, smashing all the little businesses, unfortunately. And it's just what else have you found? Yeah, I don't. Is that chain? Hey, come here. Show it. Show.
I found chain to lock this up.
We've got a lock and some chain now. Nothing suspicious about that, is there, Nathan?
These are my keys.
Oh,
These
man.
are all mine.
Okay, yeah.
I'm locking up the door. Okay, I got the lock. I'm looking up
Nathan, all Nathan's interested is in the lock. Tell us more about the lock. What's the rating on the lock?
Huh?
What's the rating on the lock? Can it fit through the chain? Is it made for the chain?
Yeah.
Someone's just left some chain and a lock down at the beach. I swear it's not ours. DRTOH says, word of advice, don't call Nathan Oakley dude. Only refer to him as sir. He explains fully in today's show. Yeah, subscribe to Nathan Oakley, 1980. He's about to go live right now with his flat earth debate. Uncut and after show. I'm going to end the show now. Head over to the Nathan Oakley channel, subscribe to him, show him some love, say Mitchell from Australia sent you. Arwen said he was very inspired by my stream. Is it a Yale? That's a quality lock. Is it what does it say on the lock? Someone in the chat wants to know what brand of lock it is.
It starts with Y.
Is it Yale? No, it's a let's see. Yat Sal? I think it's a cheap one, Nathan. I don't think it's a quality one.
It's a $3.50 one.
It's a $3.50 one. It had $3.50 on the packet. Reckon tomorrow the kids might find a new 50-inch 4K TV on the beach. YouTube of proof of salvage. Obviously, yeah, it'd be awesome if your phone sounded like a TV on the beach, wouldn't it? I don't think it'd be working. Arwen says, call him Lord Oakley. Flatzoid says, do you know low frequency sound can travel more than 10,000 miles? That means no curve block propagation. Very good, Flatzoid FE, very good. Why? Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream. Unless there's something else. Lock trees must be flowering. Yeah, it is spring. Yeah, the trees. Hey, look, a brand new bike, says Nathan Oakley. Yeah, DRTOH is afraid what we're going to find next. Yeah, it's not going too well. A bit of chain and a bit of lock. Yeah, I think the kids are just broken into a hardware store, says Nathan Oakley. I should really keep more of an eye on them. If they find spray paint next, yep. Alright guys, head over. DRTOH says, great show, keep them coming. Yep, I'll be down here every day. Got the Globers on notice. I'm just going through the chat. Going to end the live stream. Go over to Nathan Oakley 1980. Subscribe to him. Watch his live stream. Adam Meakin says, does Flat Earth school to steal to order? No, we don't steal. Definitely don't steal. It's against everything that we stand for. Thanks, Adam Meakin, for being in here. Beck says sub. Thank you. Calling the beach police over on this matter. Alright guys, thanks for being here. Go up to Nathan Oakley channel, subscribe to Quantum Racer. He's talking about science for the next few weeks, maybe months. Alright guys, thanks for being on Flat Earth School. Until next time, if you feel like the world turns on you, turn to Flat Earth School. It is around us 24/7 since the beginning of existence. I've been Mitchell from Australia, just another student like you guys in this beautiful Flat Earth School. I'm not a teacher, just a student like you guys, just a student like my beautiful daughter here, that my beautiful wife does such a good job homeschooling them, as you would have heard in this live stream. All the stuff that they they want to run in front of the camera. All right, guys. Until next time, go and watch Flat Earth Debate on Nathan Oakley 1980 channel, premiering right now. See you guys later.